Hello, my name is Eduardo Santos. I'm the head of corporate strategy for Selenis. My main responsibility is divided into 4 pillars. First one is international growth and expansion. The second one would be projects and partnerships, so connecting everyone through the value chain from raw material suppliers to brand owner engagement. The third one would be product development, so I oversee all product development activities, namely related to performance enhancement, cost optimization, or sustainability avenues. We have most recently been overseeing and developing bio-based, chemical recycle and RC1 product developments. And fourthly, I'm leading Selcare, which is now our healthcare brand focused in medical and pharmaceutical packaging. So Selenis is part of the IMG group, so we are integrated both with Selenis on the resin side and Evertis on the film side. We also have other 2 companies, Renascis, mostly related to the chemical recycling, and Renascis related to the energy. So we have our own energy panels that we use for our internal consumption. But I think what really mostly differentiates Selenis in being vertically integrated with Evertis, which is a film supplier, is that we can really, one, being able to supply to them. So we can supply our resin, which is produced exactly in the same place as Evertis produces its film. And we can also learn from them. Yeah, so I think one of the most interesting parts of our integrated strategy is that we are closer to the converters, we are closer to the brand owners. And that really allows us to understand what's their daily life, what's their daily problems, listen to them and receive their feedback. And from that feedback, that results in us driving business innovation and strategy in different directions. We use that feedback, and one success story I can share with you is that we received our first ever global bio-based RFQ directly from a brand owner. And this came exactly through our vertically integrated approach and exactly by standing alongside the client, understanding what are their needs and being able to jointly continue to collaborate for a greener and waste-free future world. Selenis decided to create a product development committee. So we have set up this monthly committee, which is constituted by the head of quality, the head of the technical team, people from strategy, people from sustainability. So we really try to get a cross-functional and really a matrix view and perspective of everybody within the organization. And this product development committee really focuses on, I think, 3 major initiatives. One, obviously, on the cost optimization, so we can offer a higher quality value proposition to our suppliers. And we also bet a lot and invest a lot on the sustainable initiatives. So we have now been successfully shifting our strategy through 4 main avenues: RISC1, chemical recycled, bio-based, and also ISCC+. So this product development committee really allowed us to understand what and how we have to do to really go down these avenues and deliver a solid value proposition in terms of sustainability and innovation. So speaking a little bit about the first avenue of the recyclable products, the RISC1, we have been certified, we are APR members, and we have been certified by APR on our shrink sleeves. So our shrink sleeves are recyclable in code 1. And we are also pursuing recyclability on cosmetic markets, which are one of also our key markets in the future. And this was only possible, obviously, through APR's recognition and through constant changes on our formulations and resin to really tailor-make and really enhance these formulations to be able to deliver to the client exactly what they need, being compliant and making these resins fully recyclable in code 1. So we are also Reciclass certified. So Reciclass certifies us on the chemical recycling or advanced recycling components we have. So we are now certified up to 30 and 50% of having true segregated chemical recycled content within our resins. This was possible because of our glycolysis technology. So since 2018, 2019, we have been capturing and collecting post-consumer recycled content of PET flakes, and we have been glycolizing them and then delivering them into the resins. This allowed us to be, once again, certified by Reciclass and be able to deliver into the market 30 and 50% PET or PETG chemically recycled solutions. Last lever, I think, is our bio-based road that we have been following and have been investing for a lot of time. We understood that the market is now divided into 2 main groups. Ones are focusing in circularity, and that's why we have promoted not only recyclable but recycled solutions, but also on the bio-based side. So for this second half of the market that's been focusing on the bio-based side and want to really pursue a significant LCA reduction and having a more proactive, I think, approach to the market, we have now invested a lot in delivering a partnership with UPM. So UPM is our bio-MEG supplier. They are delivering us second generation bio-MEG, which is coming from wood chips, so not first generation coming from food. And this really allowed us to deliver into the market products that can have up to 30% of bio-based content and decrease also 30% LCA and carbon footprint. On the last avenue, which is the mass balance approach, we also offer that to the markets. Usually the cosmetic market is been asking this, and we have offered that, being certified ISCC Plus on all of our products that are produced here in Portugal. Going down these 4 avenues, which was the result of several conversations and several meetings between the board, the strategy team, and the product development committee, really had as a major outcome 3 or 4 partnerships that I'd like to highlight, which I think are really making Selenis not only talk the talk, but also walking the talk. And this had been our most recent collaboration with Carbios. So Carbios is a biotech enzymatic recycler, and we have partnered with them and even signed a letter of intent to jointly approach the cosmetic and the healthcare market by delivering this enzymatic recycled PET and PETG. This will allow us to get into the market not only with our 50%, but also raise it up to 80% of enzymatic recycled content. The second partnership I'd like to refer is the UPM. Once again, they have helped us into driving sustainability through second-generation bio-MEG coming from wood chips. I think the most important thing to stand out here is we have a double positive effect on the LCA. And why? Because 1, we are saving trees that would elsewhere be burned. And 2, we are not only saving them, but through their cellulosis, deriving this into a bio-MEG, which is a sustainable drop-in solution that substitutes the fossil-based MEG. And this was really, really successful on our path to decreasing the carbon emissions and LCA reduction. Thirdly, I'd also like to mention Avantium. We have been collaborating with Avantium, I think, for the last 7 or 8 years. Avantium is a producer of FDCA. This is the raw material for PEF, and PEF is a 80% bio-based solution that can cover this market. And we have been partnering with them. We are their exclusive polymerizers here in Europe. And we believe that by combining Avantium's FDCA and UPM's bio-MEG, we will definitely reach into a 100% bio-based solution, which the market is asking. We take sustainability very seriously, and that's why we have been investing not only internally, through our people, through our teams, but also we have been investing externally by forming these strategic alliances that really go end-to-end from raw material suppliers to brand owner engagement.
So I'm Susana Garcia, and I'm the head of sustainability here at Selenis. At Selenis, we use the life cycle assessments as key in our sustainability strategy and also product development, as it provides us a detailed view of our environmental impact. Because we use what we call a cradle-to-gate methodology, meaning that we go from the extraction of the raw materials until our products leave the production sites. So this is based on the ISO standards 14040 and 14044. And we have been doing this calculation since 2022. So we can now conclude that more than 60% of our environmental impact comes from the raw materials that we use. Means that it helps us focus on the supply chain and where we need to act. It also helps us to look to our own operations. In terms of energy management, we have been working on energy efficiency. In fact, we improve our energy efficiency in 10%, 2023 versus the 2021 baseline. And we did that by a better thermal insulation, fixing some steam leaks, or, for example, replacing old electric equipment by more efficient equipment. We are also improving our share of renewable energy, and our renewable energy plan is a big part of this. Besides purchasing green energy, we are also looking into having solar parks in our manufacturing sites. For example, here in Portugal, we already installed solar parks that contributed in 2023 to 11% of our electricity consumption. LCAs are also an important part when we are dealing with our customers, because nowadays our clients have already established several CO2 reduction targets and are working on their decarbonization plan. Also is our supply chain management, because we want to work transparently with the suppliers that also share our sustainability commitments. Therefore, in 2023, we ask all our suppliers to complete the supplier sustainability assessment and also to sign our supplier code of conduct that focus on our values, ethical values, social values, and environmental responsibility, like fair labor practices, compliance with the human rights, environment, and so on. And we can say that now 90% of our purchases are from suppliers of raw materials that share that commitment. And for us, this is not only minimize the risk of non-compliance, but we are also working towards a more responsible supply chain.
So, although Selenis has more than 65 years of experience in the polymer industry, we really recently launched Selcare, which is our healthcare brand dedicated to the medical and the pharmaceutical packaging. It was launched 2 years ago, and this launch was also connected to Evercare's launch. So Evertis, as you know, our film and packaging company, also launched the Evercare brand with films specifically designed for healthcare, once again for the medical and the pharmaceutical part. I think the best part about the vertically integrated approach through Selcare and Evercare brand is that we are the first PETG resin and film supplier that have an integrated approach at producing it in Europe. Being able to do it on the same site, so we both produce our resin and our film in Porto Alegre, really, I think, leads us to a next level of premium supplying and value proposition. We have been able also to deliver to the market a vertically sustainable approach. Why? Because through our glycolysis technology, we recycle our PET flakes, we then reincorporate it in the resin side, and we are able to create a biocompatible USP Class 6, so globally healthcare approved resin that we then provide to Evertis or to Evercare, and Evercare then produces the film that is also containing 50% of PCR content coming from our resin. And having this integrated approach and unique sustainable approach is really what's differentiating us from the different PETG suppliers, both on the resin and the film side. I think one thing I'd like to highlight is that we recently launched 2 major resins, so Selcare HC500 R30 and Selcare HC500 R50. These are both 2 resins that have up to 30 and 50% of advanced recycled content coming from post-consumer recycled content into medical packaging and into pharmaceutical packaging. And these 30 and 50% are Renascis certified and also, once again, USP Class 6, biocompatible, and all of the ISOs that are required for this healthcare market. One of the things that we have noticed is through this vertically integrated approach, where we go as Selcare with the resins and Evercare with the films, the market has come to us and offered us a new challenge. So they are very focused on, once again, the medical and the pharmaceutical market to really drive innovation through sustainable alternatives. So we have provided them this through our Selcare grades that have the 30 and 50% recycled content, but we also have developed a solution for bio-based PET and PETG. And I think most recently we have developed a partnership with UPM and Bormioli Pharma, and we were able to launch the first European Union pharmacopoeia approved bio-PET bottle. And this bottle, which is provided by our Bio Selcare C100 resin, has an up to 30% of bio-based content and can decrease up to 30% of the LCAs and carbon footprint reduction, really offering the market not only an alternative on the bio-based side, but also on driving the LCA downwards. So I think one of the key aspects I'd like to highlight is that through Selcare and Evercare's vertical integration, we can offer an innovative and sustainable approach, keeping the same mechanical, chemical, and aesthetic properties as virgin resins do, and guaranteeing safety throughout the entire process.